Okay, real talk for a second. Have you ever deleted a photo, not because it was bad, but because you didn't feel good enough that day? Or sat there in a conversation knowing exactly what you wanted to say and still stayed quiet? And listen, there's nothing wrong with you. That's not insecurity. That's just what happens when you forget who you are. So today, we're getting her back. Hey lovely, welcome to Becoming Her channel. I'm your host, Jasmine, and this is where we talk about becoming the best version of yourself. Today, we're talking about confidence, real confidence, the kind that actually changes your life. Not fake confidence, not loud confidence, the quiet kind, the grounded kind. I have Amina with me, and honestly, she's one of the most confident people I know now. But it wasn't always like this, was it, babe?
Oh no, definitely not.
So yeah, get comfortable. Amina, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
A bit nervous actually, but excited. See, I love that you just said that. You're nervous, but you're still here. That's confidence right there.
Is it?
I didn't think of it like that. That's exactly what it is, babe. Confidence isn't about never feeling scared, it's about doing it anyway. So, Amina, let's go back a bit. When did you realize you were struggling with confidence?
Honestly, I think I always knew deep down, but I was really good at hiding it. I would show up to work, smile at everyone, act like everything was fine, but inside I was worried about everything.
Like what kind of things?
Oh my goodness, everything! I would send an email and then read it 10 times thinking, did that sound stupid? Did they think I'm an idiot?
Oh, I do that too. The email anxiety is so real.
Right?
And then I would go home and replay every conversation in my head, like, why did I say that? They probably think I'm so weird. So you were basically just being really hard on yourself. Completely. And the funny thing is, nobody else was thinking about me like that. I was making up this whole story that didn't even exist. That's the thing though, we think everyone is watching us and judging us, but they're not. They're too busy worrying about themselves. Exactly. I remember one time I tripped on the stairs at work, properly embarrassing, and I was so sure everyone saw it and they were all judging me. I felt terrible about it all day. But then later I mentioned it to a colleague and she said, "Oh, I didn't even see that." Because she was probably thinking about her own stuff. Yeah, and that's when I realized most of the judgment I was feeling was coming from me, not from other people. And once you understand that, it changes everything, because you stop giving so much energy to what you think people are thinking, which, by the way, you don't even really know what they're thinking, you're just guessing. Making up stories in my head. Exactly, and it's always the worst story possible, isn't it? Always. Okay, so I want to talk about something that I think destroys confidence, and that's comparison. Do you ever walk into a room and immediately start comparing yourself to other women? Oh my God, all the time, even now sometimes. Like, I'll be at a party and I'll look around thinking, she's prettier, she's funnier, she's more interesting, and suddenly I just feel small. Yeah, like you make yourself smaller. Exactly, and then I don't speak because I think I have nothing good to say. But that's crazy because you do have good things to say. You're just busy comparing yourself. I know, and it wastes so much energy. It's exhausting. And here's what I've learned about comparison. It's never fair. You're comparing your real, messy life to everyone else's best moments. You know all your problems and worries, but they only see their good bits. Yeah, and social media makes it so much worse. So much worse. You see someone's perfect photo and think their whole life is perfect, but you don't see all the other photos they deleted. Or that they might be going through really hard things they don't post about. Exactly. So how do you deal with it now when you catch yourself comparing? I've started asking myself, what is this showing me? Like, if I'm jealous of someone's career, maybe that's showing me I want to grow in my career too. If I'm jealous of someone's confidence, maybe I need to work on mine. So instead of just feeling bad, I use it as information. Oh, I really like that. So you turn jealousy into a guide for what you actually want. Yeah, exactly. And also, I've started celebrating other women more, really meaning it. If I see someone doing well, instead of feeling threatened, I'll message them and say, "Well done, you're amazing." And how does that feel? So much better, because when you celebrate other people, it stops feeling like there's not enough success for everyone. Her success doesn't mean I fail, we can all succeed. Yes, that's such an important change in thinking, because when you think there's not enough for everyone, you feel threatened by other people. But when you believe there's enough for everyone, you can support each other. Exactly! And it's much more fun to support each other. Way more fun. And you make better friends too. Okay, so let's talk about practical things, because people hear all this and think, okay, great, but how do I actually become confident? What actually worked for you? Honestly, doing things that scared me. Can you give me an example? So I used to never speak in meetings, never. I would just sit there quiet, even when I had good ideas. One day, I made myself a rule. Every meeting, I have to say at least one thing, even if it's just agreeing with someone or asking a simple question. And was it scary at first? Oh my God, yes! My heart would beat fast, my voice would shake. I thought everyone could tell I was nervous, but the more I did it, the easier it got, and now I actually enjoy speaking in meetings. So it's like practice for confidence. Yeah, exactly. You can't build confidence by avoiding everything that makes you uncomfortable. You have to actually do the scary thing. And that's what people don't understand. Confidence isn't something you just wake up with one day. You build it by doing small, brave things. 100%. You can't just say, "I'm confident" every day and do nothing different and expect to change. But if you say the affirmations and also do things that build your confidence, then yes, they help. So it's the words plus the action together. Exactly. The affirmation sets your intention, but the action makes it real. What are some affirmations you use? My favorite one right now is, "I trust myself to handle whatever happens," because for me, confidence isn't about knowing I'll never make mistakes. It's about trusting that even if I do make mistakes, I'll be okay. Oh, I love that. It's not about being perfect, it's about trusting yourself. Exactly. And another one I love is, "I'm allowed to take up space," because for so long I made myself small, and now I remind myself, no, I deserve to be here. I deserve to have opinions. I can be loud if I want to. That's so important, and I think so many women need to hear that. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to be loud. You're allowed to have strong opinions. You don't have to make yourself small for anyone. Exactly, and the more you tell yourself that, the more you believe it. Okay, I want to talk about something that people don't say enough, and that's this: the journey isn't straight. You don't just go from not confident to confident and stay there forever. Oh God, no, it goes up and down all the time. Right? So what does that look like for you? So I'll have weeks where I feel amazing, I'm speaking up, I'm backing myself, I feel great. And then something happens and I feel terrible again. Like last month, I got some feedback at work. It wasn't even bad feedback, it was actually helpful, but it really affected me. And for about a week, I was back to questioning everything I said and second-guessing all my decisions. But you got through it. Yeah, but that's the thing. It still happens. I still have bad moments. But now I know it's temporary. I know I'll feel better again because I've been through it before. So you've built this trust with yourself that even when you feel low, you'll rise again. Yes, exactly. And that's probably the most important thing I've learned. Confidence isn't about never feeling insecure. It's about knowing that even when you do feel insecure, you'll be okay. That's really beautiful, and I think that's what people need to understand. We see confident people and think they never doubt themselves, but they do. They just don't let it stop them. Yeah, confidence is doing it even when you're scared. Doing it scared. I love that. Okay, before we finish, quick questions. Ready? Ready. One thing you would tell your younger self about confidence. Stop waiting to feel ready. You'll never feel completely ready. Just start anyway. Best piece of advice you've ever received. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. What makes you feel most confident? Being around people who genuinely support me. Real support, not fake. And finish this sentence. Confidence is being yourself and not apologizing for it. Perfect. Amina, thank you so much. This was lovely. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it. All right, lovely. If this helped you, please share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Screenshot it, post it, tag us. Remember, you don't need permission to be confident. You just need to start trusting yourself. New episodes every week. See you in the next one.